Hello my fellow lovers, it's me, Allie, and this is my game review video. Today we will be reviewing a lovely little game I like to call Lollipop Chainsaw. It's rated M for mature. The biggest issue I saw is the fact that there's a lot of cursing. So if you're a parent that wants to buy this game for your child, cursing is the biggest issue. There's some blood, there's some guts. I mean, you are chopping up zombies with a chainsaw. You can't really ask for there to be no blood in there at some point in time. So, I'm just gonna tell you guys the backstory, tell you about the bosses, give you some tips, and go ahead and rate it. And so let's see how we do. So you play a character named Juliet. She is the middle child of 3 daughters of a family of zombie hunters. Today is her birthday and she's on her way to school when she's pedaling her bike and runs into all these zombies. It's kind of cool because like you're like from the perspective of the bike in the beginning, and there's like blood everywhere. Anyways, so and another thing, this game is really not that big of a deal. I mean, it's not really that scary. You can handle Dead Space. Anyways, as I was saying, so she's on her way to meet her boyfriend, and she gets there and her boyfriend's not in the meeting place, and then all of a sudden, she's like really sad because she thinks he died, and then he's like, oh Juliet, and everything's okay, and she's like, oh, what's going on, blah blah blah, and then all this weird stuff, and then a zombie's about to attack Juliet, and her boyfriend Nick goes to save her and gets bitten and jump, and then he gets bitten, he's on the ground, and it's like this sappy love stuff, and he's like, oh, I started to love you, blah blah blah, sissy stuff that you guys probably won't be interested in, and then she's like, well, I love you, and so she comes up with this brilliant plan of chopping off his head because it'll save the venom from getting there, which it does. And then this is where you get this guy right here, if you can see it, that is her boyfriend's severed head. He talks, and he actually sometimes can help you throughout the things. There's a few times where he would just like state really obvious stuff, and I'd be like, sure, nobody cares, just the severed head. And actually he winds up helping you know what to do in some of the fights, so sometimes he might actually, and he could actually say some really funny stuff. So all we know is that at this time, all we know is there is zombies everywhere, and nobody can figure out why. They're just attacking the school. What ends up happening is it's some like emo kid. I say emo. I shouldn't say emo. Like he's like a goth, weird kid who summons the there's supposed to be like 3 worlds. There's Earth realm, and then there's the dead realm, like something death. Basically living dead. All the dead go there. And then you've got like, I guess the depiction of heaven, which is it's like the realm of the unspoken or something like that. I'm thinking of Shinigami realm and stuff. So he winds up opening this portal, bringing down, I want to say 5 of these orbs, and they're all depicted on genres of music, and I love music, so I really liked the way this game worked out, and this is where you start fighting the bosses. Your first boss that you meet is the punk rock boss. Punk rock god. For those of you guys who don't know, a little fun fact is the guy who makes the music for the entire game is also the voice of the punk rock god, and ironically enough, the punk rock god's voice is the lead singer of Mindless Self-Indulgence. So that was kind of cool, I thought. And now that I think about it, actually, when you're fighting that boss, Juliet was like, oh, this My Chemical Romance wannabe. And as you guys know, I love My Chemical Romance. And I was just thinking Gerard Way's wife is the guitarist for Mindless Self-Indulgence. I hadn't really thought about that until just now. So the punk rock boss, it took me forever to figure out what on earth to do to that stupid boss, because like it doesn't tell you what to do, it just kind of like throws you in scenarios. But the game is relatively easy. Like, I mean, occasionally it'll tell, like, if you have to like dodge a certain thing, it will give you arrows. I know there was one part where there's the last boss shoots lasers from his eyes, and from a very far distance, I might add. He like can only shoot so far, and if you're hiding behind something, he won't get you. But then there's a part where you have to run, and this building is falling. Look for the arrow, which more than likely will be on the left side of your screen. Hints. Because if not, it'll like respawn you like really far back, and then you have to redo the whole thing. It's making me mad. I hate that. So punk rock boss. A very important key term to do for that boss is make sure you destroy the speakers. Try not to get hit. One thing you learn in this game is that jumping is key, which is circle if you're PlayStation. So if you usually combine a series of things with circle, you'll do pretty good, because zombies can't hit like this. So circle will be your best friend a lot in this game. That boss, he destroys you with letters, actually, and it's kind of funny because he'll like be like, fucking bitch, or like, bad language, and he will like defeat you by letters, and be like A's, and you have to like jump or slice through it. Really cool part about whenever you're about to defeat a zombie is you slice through them, you have to push R2 and or triangle, and then your toggle L3. And you have to hold them down. I know. You don't play games anymore. And then like it's so cool because you like chop him in half, and then he's like, oh no, and like puts his body back together, and he's like, my God, that hurts me, and then you have to cut him this way, and like this way. Maybe that's the next zombie. The next one. But you defeat that guy, and he's like, no, and you kill him, and it was so funny because he's like, no, I'm not done crying yet, and then she calls him email coffin. Next boss you will encounter is, I believe, the Viking boss. Viking boss, he is like supposed to be like the hard metal boss of the game. You go into his ship, and you have to do the same thing. This is, I believe, where you first use your gun. You can use your chainsaw as a rocket gun, kind of, sorta. It's really cool. And you just pick up bullets as you go along, and that's when you get a little taste of first-person shooting. You have to chop Viking in half, and then chop them in half. This is also where I think you get your first taste of flying zombies, and in between I think it's in between the punk rock and the Viking boss. No, it's not actually. I'll save that for later. And so that's where you get your first taste of flying zombies. Shoot them with your cannons, dodge, circle a lot. Circle helps you dodge so much. Viking boss, you sever him in half, then you have to fight the top half of his body and the bottom half of his body, and then you destroy that part of him, and then you have to destroy his head. And it's giant head on a ship that just spins around. And like I said, dodging is a key. You will learn to use your gun really well, and it helps a lot. Next boss, you have a Viking boss. In between your Viking boss and your psychedelic boss, there's like this farm area. Really cool. You get to, you know that song, Right Round? It's like, you spin right round. The old one, not the Flow Rider version. You are on this thing that is used to pick up hay and just kill all these zombies. It's really cool. And then you got your psychedelic bosses next. One of the trippiest things, it was so much fun. I really liked it. is so cool. She's just amazing, the psychedelic boss. I'll just say make sure you dodge on her a lot. It's all just a mind game, in all honesty. Next boss is your, I want to say rock. No, disco themed god, and you have to defeat him inside of this disco area. It was my favorite part of the game because this part of the game is like retro, old school gaming. Like there's this part where you like have to be, it's like 2D. You have to like fight Pac-Man and stuff, and it is just so cool. And then like this game has like an equivalent to rage mode where it's like you just, everything you hit just dies. That's fantastic. So with the disco god, so much fun. What next? You have to, when you get on the spaceship, or you kill him inside, and then he tries to escape, you get on the spaceship, make sure that you hit the, what they're not called, they're like generators, I guess, and, you make sure you hit him. If you see red light start coming towards the generator, move back, hit him as much as you can, try to destroy all of them in 2 minutes. I think it's 2, maybe 4 minutes. Or maybe 3, I don't remember. And that's how you do that. Next is your, I believe, just regular rock and roll god. It takes so much to kill that god, it's not even funny. So try to fight that boss. He like transforms like 4 different times. I'm so mad. And then once you defeat him, you go to this hillbilly boss. It's a giant boss that looks like Elvis Presley, a fat zombified Elvis Presley. It's so cool. Make sure that when he grabs you, aim for the eyes. That's all I can say. Aim for his eyes. It's so much faster. So that is all the information I'll give you. If you guys have any more questions while playing the game, you can inbox me on either one of my Facebooks, AaliSykes, or AaliSykes II, because I had to make a second one because I ran out of room on my other one. Overall rating, I would give this game a 9 out of 10. I rate the games depending on what kind of game they are, and this is zombie third person. So, I mean, I really don't give 10s. I mean, Dead Space was definitely a 10. Halo Reach was an 8. I know those aren't the same realm, but you can see what kind of games I like. Dead or Alive will be a 5, and Soul Calibur will be 5. I mean, not 5. Dead or Alive 5 will be 10 for me, and Soul Calibur. I hope you guys like it. Like I said, if you have any questions, just ask me. Don't be afraid to inbox me on my YouTube, or you can ask me on my Tumblr. Make sure you subscribe if you liked, and I hope that you guys do really well, and I hope you don't go total rage mode like I did. I got mad. But you guys have a great day. You're all beautiful, and I hope that this helped you decide if you want this game or not. So I love you guys. Peace out, homies.